Here we are, boys. Here we are. Back with episode 84. With episode 84 comes Shorty Boy. And before we get into it, guys, I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I do one of these, guys, I have to reiterate this. If at any point in the stream y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, just let me get the promotional stuff out of the way, and then we can get into it. So, go get the boxing stream at the end of the month. I'll talk about all the greats. I'll talk about Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, etc., etc. I'll talk about all the greats at the end of the month. Also, guys, I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Avaloria, and I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger. So with that said, guys, here we got all the promotional stuff out of the way. So, hello, my dear viewers. Yes, I know I'm what, 30 minutes late? I'm 30 minutes late. I know I was upstairs here with the family chilling, and I completely lost track of time. So, that's because I'm late. That's because I'm very, very late. My dear viewer, Kaylee. That's because I'm late, man. I'm 30 minutes late, dog. That's why I was so energetic, man. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So, now, hey, with all that said, guys, what are we going to talk about? Because we got an hour to kill. We've got an hour to kill. So what are we going to talk about? I mean, if y'all know what the channel is about, if y'all know what I'm about, just read the channel in description. Just to go read the channel in description. Okay, Kayla, my bad, Kayla. Okay, here we got that straightened out of the way. So yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah. If y'all want to check out any of the stuff on my channel, I've got everything organized into proper playlists now. I've got my music stuff organized into playlist, and I've got my gaming stuff. Even though I am a retired gamer, I do not play video games anymore. So if y'all want to check out any of my content, I've got all of it organized into proper playlist. So there's that. No, guys, I am a retired gamer. My gaming days are done. What's up, guys? What's up? So, hello, my dear viewer. But, yeah, guys, yeah. I'm sorry if you're watching this in post. And everything just seems all jittery and all that, but that's okay. So, if y'all want to know what the channel is about, if y'all want to know what I'm about, then just read in the channel in description. I talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, etc., etc. I talk about a lot of stuff, guys, because I love all this crap. I love all the crap, right? Like, I'm a storyteller, guys. I'm a reader and writer is what I do. Even though I've got nothing published yet. So, yeah. I've got nothing published yet. My first two stories are coming out next year. The White Knight and Ogre's 8. Like, both of those, it will be one chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. And that'll be that. but I mean, like, I'm still working on a lot of stuff, guys. I'm still working on a lot of stuff. Like, I'm sorry that I came in like so frazzled or so just like stuttery and jittery and all that. But like I said, that's because I started it late. But that's alright. Like, um, okay, so what am I trying to say here, guys? What am I trying to say? Just I've got everything organized on the channel if y'all want to check it out. I've got more music coming in December. I've got more music coming in December and all that. So yeah, I'll be releasing 2 songs on December 1st. And yeah. So yeah, guys, I'll be releasing 2 songs on December 1st that hopefully you'll hopefully you'll enjoy and everything. So yeah. It's just yeah, guys, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is coming and all that. Although I'm not sure what to talk about, guys. I'm not sure what to talk about. Cause we're gonna go in for the hour mark. I will hit the hour mark as I usually do. But I'm just not sure. I mean, the reason I was gone, or the reason we started late, is because I was up here with the family, just chilling. Hey, we just got the Christmas tree up. It's getting around that time, anyways. Hey, we put the tree up and we'll decorate it in a few days, I think. So yeah, that's all good. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff, or I've got, preferably, I've got a lot of stuff coming into you guys, you know. I've got a lot of stuff coming into you guys. Just be patient and it'll come. But yeah, guys, I've talked I've talked a lot on this channel, and I've talked this, like, I haven't told y'all any of my like personal stuff yet, and I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to, guys. Maybe for episode 100, I'll do a Q&A or whatever. I don't know, but I do know this, guys. I do know this. Like, I mean, I keep my private stuff private, if for the most part. Y'all do know about the speech impediment. That is a disability I've lived with all my life. And honestly, I sound like Porky Pig. I say it all the time. Like, yep, that's all, folks. You know that, and that annoying type deal, that annoying type beat, you know. Like, also, guys, I'm not sure if y'all can hear it or not. I'm not sure if y'all can hear it or not, but I got a bit of a southern drawl. I have a bit of a southern, I have a bit of a southern accent, you know. Hopefully that's not too annoying. I mean, I personally like it, but other people don't. And yeah, man, yeah. I mean, like, Tyson he doesn't have a speech impediment, although I think he has a lisp. And he's the baddest man on the planet, which I'll talk more about him. I'll talk about Tyson. I'll talk about Iron Mike Tyson in a little bit. Or not in a little bit, later this month. And when y'all get the boxing stream, I'll talk about Iron Mike in his prime and how he was the baddest man on the planet. His punching power, oh my days. So powerful. yeah, man, yeah. I should just talk about the stuff I like and the promotional stuff and all that, if for my stories and all that crap, you know. Like like I was talking to a friend earlier today, and he's a very good friend of mine, and we were just talking about old school classic cartoons, like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Dexter's Laboratory, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Samurai Jack, Avatar's Last Airbender, and all that stuff. Like, man, this is just funny, you know. Like talking about Wally and Inside Out and How to Train Your Dragon and Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, of which is a good film. It's a 2002 DreamWorks film about horses. It is phenomenal. The soundtrack is good. The animation is good. It's also good. But yeah, guys, it's a lot, you know. It is a lot. But yeah, you know. Plus, guys, I'm a huge comic book geek. I love Marvel and DC and all that. And the independent comic books, even though the independent scene hasn't really been that good as of late, but neither has Marvel or DC, to be frank. So yeah, um, everything has just been so well and good these past like few months. It for me and stuff is really starting to get ahead of steam, of which I'm not sure. I mean, it just seems like things are going slow, and maybe they are. But honestly, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But one thing I do know. No, I haven't. I have not. I haven't, guys. I have not. I have not. No, I have not seen that. However, if y'all can help me out here with another thing, that'd be great. If y'all can help me out here with another thing, that'd be great. I have not seen it, my friend. I have not seen it. However, so in last night's stream, I mentioned a author by the name of Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now, Fyodor Dostoevsky is a author I have not read, but I hear anytime I bring up the greatest authors of all time, he's always in the discussion. Fyodor Dostoevsky is always in the discussion, guys, as far as the greatest writers of all time. Now, now, I have not read any of his books, right? I have not read any of Dostoevsky's works. However, I hear people, people recommend me. People recommend me Dostoevsky's work all the time. Hey, but they always recommend th- these five novels. People always recommend these five novels when talking about Dostoevsky, and I only know three of them. People always, people always, they always recommend me these these five novels. Obviously, Crime and Punishment, that's number one. Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, and Notes from the Underground. Now, I listed three of the five. I will say again, Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, and Notes from the Underground. people, people recommend me. People recommend me these 5 novels. I only listed 3 though. I need your help in determining the other 2. Hey, because objectively there are 5 novels that people say if you want to read Dostoevsky, you have to read these 5 novels. I just listed off 3 of them. Yes, yes, I listed Brothers and Notes. I listed off Crime and Punishment, The Brothers Karamazov, and Notes If from the Underground. Those 3 novels are the only 3 I can remember out of the 5. There's 2 novels I'm missing though. I need your help, guys. I need your help in discovering those last 2 novels. Hey, because people say there are 5 great works, hey, by Fyodor Dostoevsky. He's a great author, yes. Hey, but people always they will they always recommend me 5 novels. I only know 3 though. I only know 3. I'm probably gonna start with Notes If from the Underground because that is a beautiful, beautiful critique and analysis of utopia. I don't know. I should have done it last night. Hey, but after the stream, like, it just got hella busy last night. So, yeah, guys, yeah, I know I probably shouldn't have started the stream in a panic. I probably should just make this one a bit shorter and end it now, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna hit the hour mark because I need to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry for this stream and it being nothing but a stupid idiot country bumpkin boy just babbling and saying random words randomly and not making any sense whatsoever. Like, I am so sorry, guys. I I I try to think of myself as this articulate, brilliant mind, but I'm really not. Like, and I gotta realize I'm human, and I am my own worst critic. I am my own worst critic, guys. I am my own worst critic. Like, I am my own worst critic, guys. I I mean, I don't know how though. That's the problem. That's the problem, my dear viewer. Also, guys, I apologize if you're seeing this in post. I am so sorry. Tomorrow's will be better. In fact, tomorrow's is going to be very, very special. If I can help it, you know. If I can help it. What I'm passionate about is reading and writing and mythology and philosophy and history and boxing and all this stuff. Like, it's not. Is it BS though? Is it? I really don't know. I really don't know, guys. Just stick with raw passion, eh? Just stick with raw passion. Okay. You are what you practice. Very, very, very good. Very, very wise. So, guys, as far as a philosophy goes, there's a lot of good thinkers out there. There's a lot of good readers out, or there's a lot of good writers excuse me, there's a lot of good writers out there, you know. Like I loved reading Miyamoto Musashi's Book of Five Rings. Hey, the Book of Five Rings was a phenomenal book. It helped me out immensely. It helped me out immensely. Though I am not a Buddhist. I'm not Buddhist. So come on in. Come on in, it's fine. It's fine. Come on in. Come on in. Well, guys, we have a visitor. Arm hurts. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Well, we have a visitor, guys. We have a visitor. It's my sister. She's sitting on the floor and all that. Hey, but yeah, guys, I've read the Book of Five Rings. I've read Musashi's work, and it's very very profound, right? It's very very profound. Like I love his quotes, right? 10,000 days if you're master, or no, 1,000 days if you're no, 1,000 days if you're study, 10,000 days if you're mastery. There we go. There we go. Musashi is very very wise, and I've read a lot of good books. Like I've studied a lot of stuff, guys. I've studied history, mythology, philosophy, and all that. Like I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years, and I've studied Norse for 2. So, so yeah. I mean, although Greek mythology, and when you think about it, guys, is very, very messed up. It's very, very, very messed up. I mean, here we got Zeus killing, well, not killing, absorbing his first wife, and then marrying his sister, Hera, which is disgusting, but that's commonplace. That was very very common in ancient Greece. Incest. They wanted purebreds, of which I could not think. That's an interesting way of looking at it. In mythology or old psychology. Like, mythology is very, very interesting, guys. These ancient stories are very, very interesting because of Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, um, Perseus, Hercules, or Heracles, and all these heroes are very, very interesting. Like the 12 labors, for example, is very, very just bizarre and messed up. Like there's a lot of mythology that's just so messed up and so just violent and vile. Like I'm not sure if I'm making sense, guys, but hopefully I am. Hopefully I am making sense because this was truly messed up mythology. Yes, yes. I thought that's on a side note, and I'll get to that in a bit if you want. If you want, my friend. I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, guys, mythology, or Greek mythology in particular, was very, very messed up because in Greek mythology, the mortals and humans are the playthings of the gods. It's like we are puppets, and the gods and the Greek gods are the puppet masters, and we're dancing to their strings. It's very very bizarre, but very very cool at the same time. But yeah, I've studied Greek mythology. I hate my speech impediment. I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years. I've studied Norse for 2. Now back to your question, my dear viewer. Do I know about Jungian archetypes? Yes, I do. Even though I'm not that well versed in, 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 in psychology, at least not as at least not as well as I'd like to be. It's very, very interesting. It is very, very interesting. Yeah, so many of the archetypes are with mythology as well. Like, I love Jung's idea of the shadow, right? Because there's a book that I've read that is so, so good, right? Okay, you know Jung's idea of the shadow, right? I I like to put Jung's idea of the shadow in the form of a story. That story being Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. Now, Jekyll and Hyde is a phenomenal book. Here's the well-mannered doctor who's humble and kind and just overall good person. And then Jekyll starts thinking these dark desires. He starts thinking these very dark and twisted thoughts. So to he uses science to alter his personality and become Mr. Hyde. Hyde and Jekyll are two separate people. It's a very, very fascinating book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Jekyll and Hyde is so fascinating and so engaging, truly. I mean, Jekyll and Hyde is just a phenomenal book. Like, like, I mean, I cannot say enough good stuff about it. Also, guys, hey, when it comes to psychology, I'm not that well versed, or at least as not as much as I'd like to be, right? Like, I want to read, and I wouldn't say I have read it, but I know, right? I know about Nietzsche and Dostoevsky and Jung and Freud and all those guys. I know that Jung was a student of Nietzsche, or no, he was Carl Jung. He was a student of Freud, of, of Sigmund Freud, and he didn't really agree with his school of thought, so he left his mentorship behind and went to develop his own ideas. Now, guys, this is coming from someone with a very, very limited knowledge on psychology. I don't know that much, and yet my sister says I should get my psychology license. Isn't that funny? Like, I mean, I've helped a few people online, but that's about it. I mean, I'm fascinated by it, hey, but I don't necessarily know if I want to do it or not. Because I love writing stories, guys. I love creating stories and all that. I love anime and manga. I love comic books. I love storytelling. Like, hey, The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. I've read The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and pretty much in the Silmarillion. I've read pretty much everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever written. It is so good, guys. Hey, the world of Middle Earth and his world is just so vast. It is so vast and just so complex. And I love how Tolkien weaves these themes of good and evil within his stories, right? Now, Lewis is another great author, another friend, or he's a friend of Tolkien, or he was a friend of Tolkien. C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien were great friends. In fact, Tolkien convinced Lewis of Christianity. J.R.R. Tolkien helped C.S. Lewis become Christian, of which is a fascinating story, guys. One that I do not remember the details of currently. However, if you want to check it out, look it up if yourself. But yeah, it's a fascinating story, and Lewis is another great storyteller with Narnia. Hey, with The Lion, the Witch, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, of which I've read, and it is phenomenal. I love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is just a good story, right? It's allegorical though. Like Aslan, the lion, clearly he represents Jesus, and the wicked white witch of Narnia represents some primordial evil, of which Lewis was he was a very, very good writer, although I think Tolkien hated Narnia. That's because Tolkien, he despised allegory. Tolkien, he despised allegory. So, yeah, I mean, it's just very, very interesting in how both of them interweaved their narratives so well. Like, like I will definitely I will definitely be reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, aka Narnia, to my children. Hey, whenever that day does come. Whenever the day comes for me to be a father and to have kids, I will be reading that to my children, as well as The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. I will let my children read good books. Also, in the beginning years, in their younger years, in their toddler years, I'll read them Theodore, Theodore Geyser, aka Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat, The Lorax, and all that. Bars. I my bad, guys. My bad. That's stupid and cringy, and I know. But yeah, I'll be reading my kids a lot of good books, a lot of good material. So yeah, everything is just okay. Everything's all good, guys. Everything's all good. We're 33 minutes into this, so yeah, we got a long ways to go, I think. I mean, it's only like 30 minutes into the hour mark. I mean, we've gone here for 30, and now we're gonna go here for another 30, which is amazing. But yeah, we need to get back on track, guys. We need to get back on track, of which we will. We will eventually. Eventually, I'll have all this stuff. I'll have all of it figured out again, of which I checked earlier, guys, and I've got 310 of y'all. I don't know how I managed that. I do not know how I managed that. 310 of y'all are subscribed to me, which is amazing, truly. But let's talk about something else now. Now, I'm not sure what to talk about, guys, oh crap, because I've got too much information in here, guys. You see, I'm not bored, guys. I'm not bored. I'm never bored. I'm never bored, guys. That's not the problem here. Boredom is not the problem. In fact, I would say if you are bored, hey, then something is wrong with you. I would say if you are bored, hey, then there's legitimately something wrong. Because what is boredom truly? Is boredom having nothing to do and nothing here to talk about? Or having too much to do or having too much here to talk about? Or is it maybe a third option? Not knowing what to do, not knowing what to talk about. Ah, there you go. That's the answer in my opinion. I don't think boredom exists. I think It's just a matter of not knowing what to do and having too much to do or talk about. At least in my case, right? At least in my case, it seems to be that way. At least in my case, it seems to be that way. Like, at least in my case, it seems to be that way, because it's it's very very interesting and all that. Like, I talk about a lot of stuff, guys, and if y'all want to check out any of my content I've got up on the channel, I've got both of my gaming series up on the channel. I've got both playthroughs of Spider-Man on the channel if you want to check that out. I've got my music stuff and all that, of which is all well and good, Like, it's fascinating, It's fascinating because, like, okay, I know I've said this time and time again, but this is very, very clear that I need to practice or I need to continue. I need to continuously practice what I preach. And what do I preach exactly? There's no difference. You're probably gonna know what I'm gonna say here, guys. It's a cliche at this point. It is literally a cliche at this point. What I'm about to say here, take it, slap it, and take it and slap it on a t-shirt if for all I care. There's no difference. There's no difference between thinking and writing and vice versa. There's no difference between writing and thinking and vice versa. So, and that's not my own thought, guys. I didn't think of that. No, I did not think of that. That's not me coming up or just now realizing that, guys. I read and study on the shoulders of giants. I read those that came here before me. I'm not sure who came up with that idea, but there's no difference between writing and thinking, at least to my knowledge. Like, that's a very, very powerful thought, because what are you doing when you're writing? What are you doing when you're writing? You are jotting down ideas and thoughts. You are putting your ideas and thoughts down on paper. That's it. That's all you're doing, guys. That is all you're doing, is putting your ideas down on paper or your thoughts on paper. And writing can help you think it through clearly. Like, I've got multiple short stories and fairy tales and myths about the Dragon King and the broader world of Avaloria. I've got hundreds and thousands of fairy tales and short stories based off of that already. And it's become so clear to me now. It's become so clear, and I'm actually making my mythology make sense. Because I'm attempting to do what J.R.R. Tolkien did here with The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Now, Tolkien, he wanted to create a mythology, a history for England, because England lost its stories. England lost its fairy tales, and he wanted to give them their fairy tales and legends and stories back. And he did that here with The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion, etc. He did that, guys, and he did it in a beautiful, beautiful way. Tolkien was such a profound writer. Like, The Hobbit is just a simple there and back again. The Hobbit is just a simple children's book, but it became one of the best-selling children's books of the 20th century. Like, it became one of the best-selling children's books of all time, of which I find very, very interesting, because he was never intending on that to be published. It was just a story he wrote for his children, which, that's good. That's good, that's very, very good. But yeah, I mean, also, guys, I am interested in a bit of horror and scary stuff and spooky stuff. Like, even though Halloween's over and it is going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday, I believe. It's going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday, so yeah, that's going to be fun and good and all that. But yeah, I like the spooky stuff, right? I like the Halloween series here with Michael Myers and the Nightmare series with Freddy, here with Freddy Krueger, and I like the Friday the 13th with Jason and all that. And I like Michael in particular. I like the Halloween story in particular because Michael Myers is just a man. Michael is just a man in a mask and a jumpsuit, I believe. I could be wrong about that, right? Mike is. Mike
Yeah,
was in a.
yeah. He's just a man who was abused by his mom.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's just a man, and yeah, he's just very, very interesting.
The backstory makes it more interesting.
Yeah, yeah, the backstory just makes it more interesting, and I've also heard that he was in a cult like type environment, and he was possessed by a demon named Thorn, if I'm not mistaken. Like it's very, very interesting, guys. I love the Halloween franchise and all that. Like, I wish I could watch the original Halloween, though I'm not sure where to watch it, man. I'm not sure to watch it. Hey, but that's okay. That's okay because it's no longer spooky season. It's the Holly Jolly season. It is the Holly Jolly season. It's the season of giving, right? It's the season of giving goodwill towards men and joy. Like, Halloween is over and done with. Thanksgiving, that's coming, but that'll shortly go. Yes, yes, my dear viewer, it is pumpkin pie season. Yes, it is pumpkin and pecan pie season. Now, for those of you that question that, I like both. I like both pumpkin and pecan pie. Very, 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 very good types of pie. Very, very good. But yeah, Christmas will come. But yeah, eventually Christmas will come and go. And it'll be the new year. It'll be 2025. And before I know it, oh my god, I'll be 22 this year, guys. Jesus Christ, where'd the time go? Where did the time go? I mean, 2009 was like, what, 13, 14 years ago? I don't know. I'm bad at math. I am very, very bad at math, but that's okay. 15 years ago. There we go. 2009 was 15 years ago. Alright, Kayla. I'll see you later. Yeah, those some good pies. Those are some very, very good pies. Alright, stick around then. Stick around. I mean, like, everything is just hunky-dory. Everything is all good. But yeah, guys, like, Okay, going back to the horror stuff, if for just a moment, guys, if for just a moment, you know, like Halloween is good. The Nightmare on Elm Street series, that's good. And I've read a lot of Tom Hanks is a good actor, and Forrest Gump is a very interesting film. Like like Forrest Gump is a interesting film to say the least, but if y'all want me to talk about like certain stuff, he just let me know, and I will write it down eventually and talk about it on stream if you want. But either way, guys, back to horror. Back to the spooky crap. Because I've read a lot of horror stuff, guys. I've read some Stephen King books. I've read Edgar Allan Poe, of which Edgar Allan Poe is horrifying. Like Edgar Allan Poe stuff is very, very just. It is pure dread, in my opinion. The Mask of the Red Death, the Pen and the Pendulum, the Cask of Amontillado, and Telltale Heart, and The Raven. Although The Raven isn't really that scary, or maybe it is, I can't remember. But yeah, Telltale Heart is a brutal and gruesome story. It's a fascinating one though, and you cannot talk about horror. You cannot talk about horror without talking about H.P. Lovecraft and the Cthulhu mythos and the Church of the Old Ones. Like, I would not let my nieces and nephews read H.P. Lovecraft. If they read Lovecraft, then they'd have nightmares for weeks. The Shining, yep, that's another great horror film slash book, you know. Like, that's another great horror film and book and all that. And yes, I see you guys in chat. I see you guys in chat. Like, I see you guys in chat. Home Alone is a certified Christmas classic. Home Alone is a certified Christmas classic with Marv, Harry, and the shenanigans they get up to. How much longer am I going to be live? I don't know. Hey, we're not at the hour mark quite yet, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much longer, guys. I'm not sure how much longer. But yeah, Home Alone is a certified Christmas classic. But, like, yeah, guys, I honestly don't know what this stream has diverged into. Madness. Most likely. Because that's what they all diverge into. It's incoherent ramblings, guys. It's incoherent ramblings. That's what you get here with these episodes, right? This is episode 84. I've done 83 of these, guys, and I'm sorry for how short I believe episode 82 was. I believe episode 82 was 16 minutes or 14 minutes. I'm not for sure. but of this series of Come Share With You Boy, because I've done 84 streams, guys. This is if you go through the channel, if you go hit through the channel, and if you go through the channel, you will see all of my past streams, all of them. Like I've got tons of them, guys. I even streamed a bit on vacation last month. Or not last month. In September, you know. Like, okay, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Kevin McAllister, Home Alone versus Freddy 1v1. I don't know. I'm guessing Freddy would kill him immediately. But who knows? Maybe Kevin is a psychopath, you know. I don't necessarily know though. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, it's fascinating, guys, and you know, I do so what? Somebody telling me, my dear viewer, are you telling me that Kevin is like... Are you telling me that Kevin McAllister is like young Bruce Wayne or a young Batman? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, I mean, yeah, he's clever, hey, with traps and all that, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yes, I've seen snow before, obviously. But yeah, guys, it's very, very interesting, you know. Like, oh, brother. But yeah, guys, yeah, so we got a few minutes left. So what do you want to talk about? I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to script these out, even though I don't want to. Like, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing to actually write these out and have, like, a general plan with them. But I feel it'd be inauthentic in a way. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? I legitimately do not know. But yeah, guys, I find a lot of stuff just interesting, you know. Alright. Who's the best Batman villain besides the Joker? Because the Joker is number one, obviously. Who's the best Batman villain besides Joker? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I do not know. Probably, in my opinion, Two-Face. Harvey Dent. Two-Face, in my opinion. But I legitimately do not know. yeah, when it comes to yeah, and when it comes to comic books, Marvel and DC, I am an encyclopedia, basically. All I know is that I am Batman. That's funny. But guys, I am an encyclopedia when it comes to Marvel and DC and comic books. I know years and years of knowledge up in here. Like, I can recommend y'all some good Batman runs right now. Alright, Kayla. I'll see you later. But yeah, I can recommend y'all some good Batman runs if you like. Obviously The Killing Joke, that's number one. Have a good night. Yes, Hip, The Killing Joke is number one because The Killing Joke is a phenomenal Joker origin. And my favorite Batman story of all time is um and my favorite Batman story of all time is The White Knight, where Joker is cured of his insanity and he becomes Jack Napier again. That's a very good story, guys. If you haven't read Batman The White Knight, I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend to any Batman fan or any comic book fan in general, Batman the White Knight. It is a phenomenal story. Is The Watchmen really superior? Yes. Yes, it is. Watchmen by Alan Moore. Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons is simply put the best comic book ever written because it is a pure deconstruction. It is a pure deconstruction of the superhero genre. And it's so well done. It is just so well done. And the characters in the film are meek, weak, and pathetic. The, they are puny and pathetic, all of them, all except one. Dr. Manhattan is the only one. John Osterman is the only one here with actual superpowers. And the way Alan Moore writes these characters is so profound. Now, the film Watchmen I've talked about here before, but I'll say it again here, guys. I'll say it again here. I will say it again here. The film Watchmen, in my opinion, is it's it's okay. It's decent. It's not that good because Zack Snyder does a lot of slow-mo shots of the characters being cool and kicking butt. That's not how they're portrayed in the film. Like, that's not how they're portrayed in the film, guys. Or no, that's not how they're portrayed in the comics, guys. In the actual comic book, they are good people. Or no, they're somewhat bad people trying to do good. And there's somewhat good people doing bad. But that's enough about Watchmen. That is enough about Watchmen for now. That's enough about Alan Moore and that's enough about Watchmen. What is my which live action Batman is the best? Is better? Um I do not know. I do not know, guys. I do not know. I would I would say I I don't know. I do not know. I want to say Michael Keaton, but I'm not for sure. Now, if you ask me, now, my dear viewer, if you were to ask me that about Superman, I would have a straight answer right away. If you were to ask me which live action Superman is better, I would have an answer right away. Christian Bale's good, but in my opinion, Keaton is better. But actually, I'm not sure if I agree with that though. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I don't know, guys. I don't know who's the best Batman as far as live action goes. I just don't know. However, my dear viewer, if you were to ask me that about Superman, I would have a fast and quick answer for you. Okay, which live action Superman is the best? Which live action Superman? Which live action Superman is the best adaptation? Which live action Man of Steel? Which live action Clark Kent is the best? Obviously, there's only one correct answer: Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeves is the best, is the top GOAT when it comes to Superman and Clark Kent. There's no one better than Christopher Reeves. The first one is the best one. That's obvious, guys. Come on. However, Christopher Reeve did have a successor in mind when it came to Superman, and that was Tom Welling in Smallville. Even though we didn't see a lot of Tom Welling as Superman, we saw him as Clark Kent, because Smallville, he was the childhood of Superman and all that. Anyways, guys, here we have hit the hour mark. And with that, guys, I am outie. And y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications so that whenever this video, you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you guys.